How y'all doing? Welcome to the Willing and Able show. Today I have a special guest who's already been on here one time, so he's a returning guest. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Robinson. Y'all clap it up for him, clap it up for him. All right, Jeremy. For the people who haven't been on here before, introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Yes, indeed. So my name is Jeremy Robinson. First, I'm a child of God. I will say that I'm happy to be here from Fort Valley, Georgia. I attended Clark Atlanta University where I got my bachelor's in computer science. I am now an engineer and also a the podcast host of the If Factor podcast. I've been that since 2019, and I'm just happy to be here, man. Again, with you, Will.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you mentioned that you studied computer science. Can
Mhm.
you tell us how you got into computer science? Because it's not that common for people in Fort Valley to
Mhm.
even venture out to do things like that.
Yeah, man. So back in high school, I was a part of the STEM program. And in that program, we got to go visit NASA, Tuskegee, Auburn, to Georgia Tech, I think Arkansas as well. And in doing that, man, I remember being at Auburn and we went there. I saw the Heisman statue of Cam Newton, all those things. And of course, I played football at the time. So I'm like, man, it's dope, man. It's big. I'm going to be here. But I remember going to a seminar and we went to a tech seminar and I asked someone afterwards, I asked a black male, I said, hey, man, what's your major? He said, computer science. I was like, black folks can be computer scientists. I like, all right, cool. That's what I'm about to look into that. And I started researching it, man. And in that research, bro, I was like, this is something that I can either see myself keep doing, but I also would love to teach someone how to do it, man. And that's what I've been pivoting to now, trying to get to where I can teach people some of the things I learned, man, and how they can get even better with it, with the things that are changing in technology in today's time. So literally all started back then at Auburn, man.
That's amazing, bro. That's
Mhm.
amazing. So if you seen somebody who was young, let's say a high school student who wanted to get into computer science, but their city did not have the resources for them, how would you get them to going into the route of computer science?
So the biggest thing is, even though their city may not offer it, the sub out city. So like down in Fort Valley, if Fort Valley doesn't offer, I know Macon will. But even beyond that, man, you got social media, you got the internet now. You can search summer camps, or you can search for STEM camps or different schools or different programs that offer that STEM need to be development, building websites, learn about artificial intelligence, different things of that nature. I think that the biggest thing is you have to be the advocate for yourself at first. You have to reach out. And then once you do that, man, a lot of people want to work in the STEM field. And I think if you start, the younger you start, the better you'll be at it. And I think that now so much stuff is at these young people's hands. It's just that it's a lot of stuff, programs that people don't even use, man. It's a lot of stuff that people don't even use, especially right now. These last coming weeks before school start, man, so many programs popping off and people not using them, man. And I get the messages or someone reach out to me like, hey, what could we do this summer? This I'm like, I don't know, but I know a person that does know. So I'm trying to get into that know where I can pass off those. So the biggest thing is get on Google, search for summer camps or whatever it is you want to do. And I'm always an advocate. Reach out to me, man. Email me or DM me on YouTube or something. I'll definitely point you in the right direction.
That's good. So if you need help with computer science, email him, go to his YouTube channel. I'll link it below
Mhm.
because that's your guy, not me. I'm not your guy with that. But so as you see, technology is advancing so fast. Every day it seems like something is new coming out.
Mhm.
Do you think technology is hindering humans, or you think that it is helping us in a way?
I feel like it's helping and also hindering the youngs, man. Like young people, young bulls, bro. They literally have to learn that, man. Let me learn this first. Like even writing a paragraph or writing out an essay. Like write it out first before you use the chat GPTs or Google to make it this type of. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with fixing grammatical errors because I had those issues. But the biggest thing is let your work be authentic because it's going to come a point to where you're going to be able to need to use these things, especially in college, man. You know this. College, you're going to have to need to know that math. You're going to have to need to know how to write. That's something that's not going to change. I don't care what you're majoring in. You're going to need to have to know that. And it looks kind of funny when you got all these A's and B's and they all because of chat GPT or anything like that. So that's the hindrance. I think another thing is also being ignorant to it, like thinking that it's taking jobs or taking over things. Yes, it may do, but learn what you can to be ahead of it. So that's something I strive to our black people is to young and older is to adapt with the times, learn as much as you can about it, but also get with people that already know about it. If you don't want to learn or you don't want to get with people that learn so they can teach you, hey man, this is how you do it. So I think the biggest thing is to make this technology work for you. Don't always look at it as, oh, what can I get from it? Oh, it's doing this quick for me. No, just take the old school route. It'll take you a lot further. So that's my biggest thing.
That's definitely true. Because I remember
Mhm.
when I was in college and I was taking accounting. Oh Jesus, I was taking accounting, and I remember that it was so hard that I used to go to the professor every single day after class and be like, "Hey,
Mhm.
I don't know what you was talking about in the class. Can you please show me?" And he ended up, giving me some notes, and I ended up going to my dorm room and I just started practicing them and practicing them. And then when we get in the classroom, I just pass the test and I, do things like that. And other people, they was using Chat GTP and all that. That's when it first started.
Mhm.
So a lot of people didn't know about it, and they was getting the test and they was flunking it. And they was like, "How you pass?" And I'm like, "Cause I'm actually going to my dorm room and figuring out what I need to do instead of relying on this technology." So, like you said, you got to balance it. You got to know when to use it and when not to use it. And
Mhm.
also to any young person out there, like Jeremy said, get on the ball, like get ahead of the curve, because if you don't, then you could be wiped out. Just being honest with you. So you definitely have to stay ahead of the curve. So, what made you do the It Factor podcast?
Mhm. Man, it was crazy, bro. And I find myself telling this story more not than not, man. Literally back in like probably like 2017, 2018. I prayed a prayer. I was praying to God, like, hey, God, if you get me through these courses, I'm gonna do something to give back. And I said that, man, and I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I done gave back the soup kitchen, did a lot of stuff with the frat, did stuff with just friends, and it's still God was like, hey, you still ain't did what you said you was gonna do, and it got into 2019, and me and my friend was talking at the time, and he was just like, bro, start a TV show, start a podcast. I'm like, I ain't doing that. And it kept coming up. And then I finally started it, man. And to see where it's at now, I can't even imagine it, man. To be able to get in touch with the people I get in touch with or even work with. I think the biggest thing is I learned that it was bigger than me. It was something that I love to do and that I wasn't doing just from the power of God, man. God literally lead me, man. I thought it was just me at first, man, but just seeing the things that happen, I like, nah, that's not me. That's bigger than me. And the people I'm being able to help with it, man, that meant a lot. So definitely that's what started it, bro.
That's good. That's amazing. The fact that
Mhm.
you thought you was helping, and then God was like, "Nope, I'm gonna make you do it that way." Like
Uh-huh.
that's crazy, bro. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing because you're impacting people more than you can know. Shoot, I'm one of them. You be impacting, so keep doing the Lord's work. So my last question for you today is: who is Mr. Jeremy Robinson outside of doing a podcast, outside of being a computer scientist, and
Mhm.
whatever else you do, brother?
I mean, bro, me, man, I'm a husband first, man. I love being a husband, man. Been a husband, it's about to be 2 years in September. Been with my wife for a good while, so we have a lot of fun, do things together. I'm a person that bring people together, man. I love networking and helping people. And be very honest with you, man. I love culture for service, service for humanity, man. I love helping people. It may sometimes some people like, dang, man, you help me, you ain't getting, man. It ain't about getting nothing out of it, man. The biggest thing is God sees that. So I think the biggest thing is I love to help people because I get something from it, man. I get like, dang, I get that. Okay, cool. I'm doing something good, man. And get that pat on my back from, okay, I'm out here helping someone else. I think that's who I am, man. Love helping people. Love having fun, man. Very silly guy. Love watching TV, sports and stuff, man. And been big in the WNBA right now, watching them. So that's who I am, bro. Love to sit back, watch sports, relax, man, do podcasts and think about it, sit down. And I love the technology things, man. But to be very honest, that's just the field I happen to be in, man. So definitely.
Okay. So for y'all who out there, this is the Willing and Able show again. Mr. Jeremy also has a podcast called The It Factor. Definitely go check it out. I will put his YouTube channel in the link below. But y'all have a blessed, positive, productive day, family. Peace.
Yes, indeed.